like so we do have a like star schema and a snowflake schema. So the difference between a star schema and a snowflake schema is so if a particular fact table, right, if a particular fact table is directly related to a multiple dimension tables is called as a star schema. So now you can see this is the diagram for a star schema. So now we can go with the definition. First, what is meant by a star schema? So star schema is nothing but if a particular fact table, if a fact table is directly related to, right, if a particular fact table is directly related to multiple dimension tables, or if a particular fact table is surrounded by, and it has a direct join in the sense the different between fact table and a dimension table. So if a particular fact table, right, so if a fact table is surrounded by multiple dimension tables and which have a direct joins, right, so then we can call as a star schema. So this is what the diagrammatical representation of a star schema. So fact table, this is a fact table. So now you can see customer id, like customer id, and you can go for item id. So we do have different key columns, like I can showcase the differentiation. So item id, and we have store id, and we have a day id. So these are fact tables, these are facts, and we do have a like sales discount, right, so sales profit discount, and these are facts. So and these are key columns, so these are keys, like so customer id, item id, store id, and day id, these are keys. Like yesterday we discussed, right, a fact table consists of a facts and a key columns. So fact table consists of facts, and a key columns. So now you can see, this is a fact table. A fact table is surrounded by multiple dimension tables. A fact table is surrounded by multiple dimension tables. This is one particular dimension, and this is another dimension table. Now this is another dimension table. Like you can go for a multiple dimension tables, like n number of tables. So if a particular fact table, so this is very important when it comes to in a data modeling, or in any interview perspective as well. So the difference between star schema and a snowflake schema. So the difference between star schema and a snowflake schema, first initially we can go with the star schema. Why we go for a star schema? So a fact table is surrounded by multiple dimension tables and it has a direct joins. So now you can see, so this is a fact table which is surrounded by multiple dimension tables and it has a direct join. So for this particular table, right, dimension table, this is category table or item table. So here we have a direct join to this particular dimension table. So fact table is directly related to day related table, here store related information, here customer related information. So we do have a only one single join, so that is called as the direct join, right? So according to the definition, you can go through that. Fact table is surrounded by multiple dimension tables, then that particular schema is called as a star schema. So now you can go for a lower level of granularity. So when we are going to build a simple relationship between those fact table and a dimension table, right? So yesterday we discussed about a state ID, like a city ID, day ID. So I placed day ID here, day ID from a time dimension table, and city ID from a geographical dimension table. So why we place only city ID? Why can't we place country ID, or why can't we place year ID? Because like normally we do have data at a day level, not in a month level, right? So not in a year or a quarter level, because whenever we are going to do some transactions, right? So it stores each and every particular transaction record. So that particular transactions, like for every day we do have a individual transactions at the lowest level. So we don't have a year level or a quarter level. So we are going to aggregate across one particular month, because in a month we are going to aggregate for 31 days or 30 days. So for 30 days we are going to aggregate into month. So for 3 months into quarter, for 4 quarters into year. So here we are going to do some aggregation across one particular level. So the lowest level, right? So better to go for the lowest level and try to place the lowest level dimension into fact table, so it gets aggregated, right? So here itself like a city. So when we are going to combine some of the cities, right, we do get a state, and on the top of states, right, so we do get a region in the sense like a central, east, west, or a north. So you can differentiate with the regions and a country. So this is what like the definition point of view, right? So we can go with a simple definition, like a fact is surrounded by multiple dimension tables and it has a direct joins. So this is one important definition. And for for this particular reason, right, a star schema, right, so one important for a star schema is, so it gives a better performance. It gives a better performance. So star schema, when it comes to performance, right, so it gives a better performance than snowflake schema, because like we do have a direct joins, because of direct joins. And so just go through this document, like so we have item ID. So we have item ID from this particular table. So now this is item ID. So we have established a relationship between item ID and here item ID, and we do have a day ID here. So here we have a day ID, and this is one particular table, right? So day ID. So and we have a store ID. So we place one particular key column from store table, and we do have a customer related information. So customer ID. So now you can see this is the star schema. This is the star schema. So a star schema is nothing but if a particular fact table is surrounded by, this is one dimension table, so lowest level is item ID. So I placed item ID here. So let us take like this is a primary key and this is a foreign key. So for one particular table, right, it allows one foreign, like one primary key, so allows only one single primary key. So for one table it allows only one single primary key. And here you can see this is another primary key. So I place day level, so day to month, month to quarter, quarter to year. And we do have a store related information. I place store ID, and we have a customer related information. So customer and store ID. So now you can go with year wise sales, or year wise or category wise sales, or a category wise profit. So you can go for any reporting. So you can go for any reports for this particular schema. So this is called as a star schema. So and we have like a snowflake schema. So now diagrammatically, like we can differentiate. Right. So star schema, right? So fact table is surrounded by multiple dimension tables and it has a direct joins. And snowflake schema. So what is the definition for a snowflake schema? So definition for a snowflake schema. So normally in a star schema, right? So we have a only direct joins, like we have direct joins, and here itself, like if a dimension table is if a dimension table if a particular dimension table, or if a dimension table is related to multiple dimension tables, if a dimension table is related to multiple dimension tables, and and that table or that dimension table, and that dimension table is indirectly, if a dimension table is divided into multiple dimension tables, and that particular dimension table, right? So and that dimension table is indirectly related to a fact table, so that is called as a snowflake schema. So this definition is very important, like why we go for a star schema and why we go for a snowflake schema. So now you can see, if a dimension table is divided into sub-dimension tables, and that sub-dimension tables are indirectly related to fact table. So whatever a dimension table, or a one particular table, right, it is going to split into different dimension tables. Now you can see, so dimensional store is divided into one particular dimension store, and you have a geographical ID, and we have different things like here. So here we have a date related dimension, and we have a month, quarter, and a week related different dimension tables. So here we have a product related ID, and this is splitted into brand, and this is splitted into product category. So a dimension table, like for example, let us take here in this particular scenario. So we do have a like year, like time dimension table. So now we can go with a time related dimension table. So this is a fact, like this is a star schema, right? I already mentioned this is a star schema. So we have a direct connectivity to this particular tables, like a geographical dimension table and a time dimension table. So I'm going to copy this particular things, like and now I can go with it, like so normally, so now I can see, like all controls. I'm going to explain within a sheet 4 as well, like so normally we do have two dimension tables, like two dimension tables here, day ID. But here I'm going to eliminate this particular thing, like we have a day ID, right? So we already discussed with the star schema. So this is day ID and day date, or a day related information, day ID. And I do have another table. I do have another table, like this is a month related table. This is month related table. I have month ID, month ID. So and I can go with another table. I can go with another table, quarter ID. So this is another table, quarter ID, and I do have one more table that is called as a, that is year ID. So as per the definition, right, so just go through the definition. So I just using year ID or a month ID, so it's a naming convention, so you can differentiate with any other terminology. But now you can see this is a day table, this is a day table, day underscore dim is in the sense it's a dimension table, so day table. And so normally, so this is table day underscore table. So right, this is day underscore dimension table, this is month underscore dim, and this is quarter dim, and this is year dim. So for every table, right, you can differentiate, like it's simple, like you can differentiate with the table name. So day underscore dim or a month underscore dim, right, month underscore dim, and a quarter underscore dim, and a year underscore dim. So we do have four tables. So already we discussed, like if a particular table, dimension table, if a particular dimension table is related to, like if a particular dimension table is divided to multiple subdimension tables, and that subdimension table and that subdimension tables are indirectly related to fact table, so that is called as a snowflake schema, so we have day ID and a day table, like a fact table and a dimension table. We have a relationship here, but I want to relate with month ID, quarter ID, year ID as well. So try to place year, like we can go for year description. Year, just go with the year, like no issues with year ID or a year. So just mention year, and so I need to establish a relationship between quarter table and a year table. So try to place year ID here, so that we can establish a relationship between a fact, like a normal year table and a quarter table. So this is a simple definition, like we need to establish a parential relationship between a quarter table and a year table. So try to place parent related dimension into sub dimension table, like a quarter table, right. So initially we placed day table ID into fact table, so try to place year ID into quarter ID, and try to place quarter ID into month ID, right. So here we have a relationship. And quarter description, you can mention quarter underscore DESC, description in the sense like quarter names. So you can differentiate ID values and the descriptive values, but now you can try to place quarter ID, and you can month description. So month name something like a January, February, March, April. So that is what, like month description and month ID, and we have a quarter ID. So control C and try to place month ID as well. So this is what, like this is a simple definition point of view, right. Uh, like we do have different ID columns. So now you can see month ID from month dimension table, quarter ID from quarter dimension table, year ID from year dimension table. It's a simple relationship. So this is called as a snowflake schema. So if a dimension table is divided into, initially we work with one particular dimension table. This is star schema, like now you can see. So all the columns are in one particular table. In star schema, like we don't have a like primary foreign keys, like a multiple primary foreign keys. So here we have only one primary key, one foreign key, right. But here in the sense, like we do have a one table, one fact table, 1 2 3 4 dimension tables. So if we have n tables, if we have n number of tables, so we need to get, so we can get like this is the definition, like according to RDBMS rule. If we have n tables, we have to get n minus 1, n minus 1 joins, n minus 1 joins, join in the sense like so this is simple join, like based on a key column. So if you have one particular dimension table, right, we could like if you have two tables, we get a one single join. Like if we have a, if we have a four tables, right, we do get a four dimension, like a four dimension tables and one fact table. So we do get a like four joins because we have a total five tables. So if we have n tables, we do get n minus 1 joins. And this is one important, like when it comes to join condition, like so why we get a better performance in a star schema, and why we get a better like slowdown in a snowflake schema. Now you can see, like normally we can write a simple select query for a star schema and a snowflake schema. This is snowflake schema and this is the star schema. Like we do have a direct joins, right? So normally this total is a snowflake schema, but initially we have a diagrammatical representation of a month, like day, month, quarter ID and year ID or year in one particular table. So let us take same table, control C. I'm going to give a star schema here, month, quarter, year. This is a star schema. So we have a direct relationship, we have a direct relationship between a fact table and a dimension table, right? So this is a fact, this is a star schema, right? And also comes here, this is also right. I'm going to differentiate with the color. This is a star schema and this is common, like you can go with the common differentiation. And this is another color, like same color. So now you can see this is the star schema, this is star schema, the color applied is a star schema, and this is snowflake schema. This is snowflake schema. So some part of color, right? So I'm going to apply with a different color. So this is snowflake schema. So you can go with the star schema and you can go with the snowflake schema. So I do have different tables, like I do have a date dimension, like this is a time dimension table. Time underscore dimension table, and I do have a day related and a splitted table. This is a snowflake schema. So I need to write a simple select query. I need to write a simple select query for a star schema. So normally we do have a direct join. Normally we do have a direct join. So star schema. So I want to go for year wise sales. This is my report. Like this is the report I need to go for it. So star schema and sale. So I need to go for year wise sales here. Year wise sales here, and I need to go for year wise sales here also as well. So year wise sales. So normally this is a snowflake schema year wise sales. This is a star schema year wise sales. So the select query for star schema is select year comma sales from table name. So what is a table? So we need to go for two tables, like this is a fact table and So from fact table, fact underscore table, comma, so time dimension, time underscore dim. So select year comma sales from fact table and dimension table. So we need to have a, we need to write down a simple join condition. We need to write down a simple join condition. So where fact table dot, we have a single join, right? So just remember this is one join, like we have a day id join related to time dimension table. This is one particular join, like based on this particular join we do get a result. So fact table dot column name equal to time dimension table dot column name, so day table, day column. So where fact underscore table dot, this is dot day id, day underscore id equal to, or you can go with a simple equal, and time underscore dim dot time underscore dim dot day underscore id. So this is a simple definition or a simple differentiation for a star schema. So this is a star schema SQL. So it's a simple, like you can differentiate, select year comma sales from. So you need to differentiate with a like statements, like this is select query. So select, like you can go for a select year comma sales from. So from, and we have a where clause. Select year comma sales from fact table comma dimension table. So we do have two tables. This is fact table, so we are going to selecting sales from fact table, and we are going to selecting year, like a year from a time dimension table. So select year comma sales from fact table comma dimension table, where fact table dot day id, where fact table dot day id. So this is a fact table, and you can differentiate with the fact table dot, like day id. So I have a day column. So fact table dot day id equal to time dimension table, time dimension table dot day id, time dimension table dot day id. So this is a simple join condition. But in Snowflake schema, right? So we can go for a select statement as well, like the same select statement. Select year comma sales from. So this is Snowflake schema. So I'm going to create year wise sales. This is year wise sales, right? Year wise sales report from this particular schema. So I need to fetch year comma sales or year wise sales from a two tables. So this is year from a fact, like sales from fact table, comma, and year from year table here. So where is year? So year in year dimension tables. So this is dimension table, year. So select year comma sales from fact table comma year underscore dimension. And now we need to write a simple join condition. So how many tables we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 tables. So for 5 tables we need to get, for 5 tables we need to get 4 joins. So here in this particular case we have only 2 tables. We need to get, so if we have 2 tables we need to get 1 join, right? So already we discussed with one single join. This is one single join. So right, this is one kind of a join. So now we need to go for a multiple joins. So select year comma sales from fact table comma year dimension table, where fact underscore table dot day underscore id equal to, now you can see, so where is the relationship? Day id equal to, so first relationship is like a, here we have a day id and here we have a day id, so we need to relate by these two tables, then we can follow this particular two tables, month and a day, and then quarter to month, and then year to quarter. So fact table dot day id equal to day underscore dimension dot day underscore id. This is one join, and you can go with and condition. Next, month id date underscore dimension table dot month underscore id equal to month underscore dim dot month underscore id. So we are relating with a month id from day table and a month table, and month underscore dim dimension dot quarter underscore id equal to quarter underscore dim dot qtr id, and you can go with quarter underscore dim dot year underscore id equal to year underscore dim dot year underscore id. So this is a snowflake schema. So this is a snowflake schema. So now you can see, so how many joins we have. So we do have like 4 joins in snowflake schema, and one single join in a start schema. So which one do you prefer? So normally whenever we have a multiple joins, right, whenever we have a multiple joins, so it degrades the performance. So we have only single join to fetch year wise sales here, and we have almost 4 joins, like 4 joins to fetch a one particular record called as a year wise sales. So to perform year wise sales, it degrades, it degrades a better performance. So we have multiple joins and primary keys, foreign keys. So we have multiple foreign keys and a primary keys, and we do have a indirect joins, multiple joins and a multiple primary keys for foreign keys. So if we have multiple foreign keys and a primary keys, so this schema is called normalized. This is called normalized schema. This is very important point, so this schema is called as a normalized schema. Normalized in the sense, one particular table is split into so different dimension tables, so based on a primary foreign keys, that is called as a normalized schema. So snowflake schema is a normalized schema. This is denormalized. This is denormalized schema. So snowflake schema is a normalized schema, and the star schema is a denormalized schema. So this is important, so for a better performance we can prefer star schema for a normalized schema. Like normalized in the sense, we do have duplicates here. Duplicates, we may have duplicates in a star schema, or redundancy. redundancy here, so there is no redundancy in a snowflake schema. So this is very important point, like when it comes to star schema versus snowflake schema. So why we go for a star schema and why we go for a snowflake schema? So this is what the discussion, like the definition. So a star schema is nothing but if a particular fact table is surrounded by multiple dimension tables and it has a direct joins. And snowflake schema in the sense, like if a table is divided, if a dimension table is divided into multiple dimension tables and which have a indirect joins, or like that particular dimension table is indirectly related to a fact table, so that is called as a snowflake schema. So I'm going to share this particular document, like you can go through this document with the definitions as well. So this is what, like important with a star schema and a snowflake schema, like surrounded by we have a direct joints. In a star schema we have a direct joints, in snowflake schema we have indirect joints, and we have multiple primary foreign keys, and we have a multiple joints as well. And as discussed, like we do have a redundancy in a star schema, and this is a normalized schema. So importance of snowflake schema is a normalized schema. Importance of a star schema is like it gives a better performance, like into performance it gives a better result. So this is what you can differentiate with join conditions as well. So for fetching of year wise sales, we have to write only simple one single join, but here we need to go for a like multiple joins. So that's a simple differentiation, like the difference between a star schema and a snowflake schema. So we can discuss, like we can discuss for tomorrow, right? Like for next class, we are going to discuss with types of facts, and types of dimensions. So we can discuss with the types of facts and types of dimensions, like we done with the star schema and a snowflake schema. So what is meant by galaxy? So galaxy schema is nothing but, like it's a simple definition, like galaxy schema is nothing but it's a combination. It's a combination of like star and a star and snowflake schema. So it's a simple definition, like a combination of star and snowflake schema is called as a galaxy. So or we can also call as, or we can also call as hybrid, or we can also call as hybrid schema. So just go through this, like so data warehouse concept, like this is very important. This comes under a data modeling. This comes under a data modeling part. So star schema, snowflake schema, or a galaxy schema. Normally we can go with a simple relationship, like based on a relationship we are going to build a schema. So this is what, like this is a snowflake schema, right? This is a snowflake schema, and we do have a star schema. So this is a star schema, we have a direct joins, right? So one particular table have all the columns, so this is called as a star schema. So we can differentiate with the snowflake schema to star schema. And so for tomorrow, like for the next class, like I'm going to discuss with the types of facts and types of dimensions. Yeah, thank you.